I would like to start a new sermon series today entitled Proof. Yeah, in a world where people say, I need proof before I believe, the Bible is filled with undeniable evidence that God is, I hope you can handle this, a waymaker. The Bible is filled with undeniable evidence that God is a deliverer. The Bible is filled with undeniable evidence that God is still, this is for 7 people in the back and in the chat, a promise keeper. Am I preaching to anybody in here? Some of us are standing here today, I feel a little preachy today, because God has gave us proof. What proof, PMJ? That he still heals. Proof that he still provides. Proof that he still protects. Proof that he still restores. In this sermon series, we will walk through, please pray for me, the receipts of God's faithfulness. And I know you got a master's and a bachelor's working on your doctorate. You make 125, 200K now, and now you educated and you're refined and your worship has become intellectual. But the hood in me, every now and again, when somebody come to me with something I don't really believe, I have to ask for the receipts. And the reason it's good to come to church and hang around people who have seen God move is because every now and then when your faith get low, I need to see a receipt. And I came to speak to 7 people at the last service of the day and tell you I got the receipt that if everybody walk out your life, God will not leave you nor forsake you. I got receipts that if nobody supports you, God will make a way out of nowhere. I got receipts when you don't got the money to do none you dreaming, God will still be Jehovah Jireh. And that's why your circle can't understand, because they know what you're going through, but then when they look at you, you don't look like what you're going through because you ain't looking at your problem. You had to check your... That's why your neighbor better thank God they sat next to the right person, that if they need to see what proof look like, you ought to just bust a 360 and tell them, here I go. The Bible said, can any good thing come from Nazareth? They didn't think nothing special could come from Nazareth, but God had to give you proof that you ain't got to go to the A, you ain't got to go to the Ville. God will bless you right where you are. And that's why my praise, I said I wasn't going to do that today, but I done messed around and read my receipt. Have you ever been to Walmart and you went to Walmart and bought all you needed, and then when you got ready to walk out the door, it's this man standing at the door and he stopped your buggy, then he asks you for your receipt. He wants to know if what you got in your buggy match what you paid for. And some of y'all keep trying to figure out why God ain't did it yet. God said I can't do it in February, but I may do it in May, because the devil got you held up because he's checking if you paid for what you believe in God for. That's why you favor like you favored, anointed as you are, covered in the blood. You ought to just jump up and say, I got the receipt. That can't nobody do me like. Stop. Hear me? So this series, sit down. This series, we will walk through the receipts. Can you put this in your notes? Where my young people at? I like where y'all take notes. Some of y'all be tagging me. Put this in your notes. The receipts of God's faithfulness. That's cool. The receipts of his faithfulness. Now, Pastor Mike, that was very meticulous. My brother and I stayed up for about 2 weeks figuring out the definition of this, because at one point it's the receipts of his miracles. Then one of them was the receipts of his goodness. Then we settled on the receipts of his faithfulness. Because everything he do for me, not a miracle. And everything he do for me don't feel good. But he is faithful. Oh, I gotta get out of here. So the receipts, watch this, because I want you to realize, I hope y'all can handle this. 9 o'clock couldn't take it. Because whenever you need receipts, I'm trying to get you to realize that the receipts you need, or the proof you need for what you're believing God for, is not just found in the Bible. You can also find evidence on your road. Which is why the devil like keeping you antisocial. The devil like keeping you at a place where you think don't nobody care about you, because he don't want you to mess around and see what you about to be. Oh my God, did you hear what I just said? That's why I'm gonna say this, only 3 of y'all gonna catch it. It's only bragging to people who thought you couldn't do it. Oh my God! My God! It's only bragging bragging to people who thought you couldn't do it. That's why you got to be careful who you got in your circle, because you just be excited about what God about to do. Then they look at you like, well, why you bragging? I ain't bragging. I just thought you were the person in my life that I could show my receipts. Oh my God. The miracle you need to see. And what if I told you God may be taking you through something that you don't want to go through, because you are going to be the proof for the people around you. Oh, that's critical. Why, PMJ? Because I would like to submit to you, we must learn. What should we learn, Pastor Mike? I believe we must learn how to advance. And I told you this, we live, can you put this in your notes, in a world full of addicts. We live in a world full of addicts. You got people who are addicted to alcohol. You got people who are addicted to drugs, because that's the first thing you thought, because we make certain sins bigger than other sins. So when I said addicted, the first thing you said was alcohol addiction, drug addiction. Let me come down your road. Addicted to attention. You always got to be seen. Always got to let people know what you do. Addicted to your phone. Addicted to affirmation. Addicted to the past. It's an addict on your road right now. They ain't hiding right now. Some of you, can I say this? Addicted to miracles. You have become a professional at not doing nothing because you think God is supposed to come through. So I discovered that so many Christians are missing God because they have a spirit of entitlement. And what if I told you, I said this last year, I said it the year before, and I'm going to say it the next 3 years. The worst thing that God has done for some of us is been good. The worst thing God has done for some of you has been good. He's been so good for so long that now, even when you know you're wrong, you have no remorse, because you now expect him to still be good. You are addicted. But what if I told you that one of the greatest addictions facing our generation, put this in your notes, is the addiction to answers. We want answers. And can I free you real quickly? We must learn how to advance without answers. Why is that important, PMJ? This is worth writing. It is impossible to live by faith when you can't live without answers. That was rich. It is impossible to live by faith when you can't live without answers. What does that mean, PMJ? See, because we want to know when, we want to know how, we want to know why. We want to know where. That's what we want to do right there. God, we want that. When the reality of our faith, this is good, is that we know who God is. We don't know always what God will do. Did I just say that? Was that not good? We know who God is, so you want answers. Oh my God, you want answers. That's what you want. You want answers. You want God. I'm not moving till God speak. That sound good. But now that I'm 40, shawty, I've lived long enough to know there are two seasons. There's one season where you don't move till he speak. But then it's another season where he's spoken and he waiting on you to move. Y'all don't hear what I just said right there, because you want answers. So now you have what Dr. Michael Eric Dyson calls paralysis by analysis. You're so busy thinking about what you're going to do, you don't realize you ain't did nothing. So now it's March and you're still thinking about it. Now it's June and you're still thinking about it. Now it's September and you're still waiting on the answer. And God is like, I'm not talking no more. I told you last year what you should have been. I don't send new words when you ain't obeyed the last word. Oh, I ain't got no amens today. It's cool in the game. It's cool in the game, because you want answers. That's what you want. You contemplating taking another job, but I don't want to move till I get an answer, because I can't move boldly without proof. When I heard faith is the substance of things hoped for, it is the evidence of things not seen. Well, Pastor Mike, I'm believing God for this new job, and I feel like my season's up, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna just wait on answer. So what you want is you want to be asleep on the couch. Then you want to eat a Subway sandwich and put your chips in the middle of the Subway sandwich, and then take your socks off and put your feet in between the couch cushions so it can be as warm as it needs to be. Then you fall asleep. Then out of nowhere you want, Keisha, this is God. I want you to know that the next season of your life is about to be special. Your time at that job is over. So as of right now, don't even go get your stuff. Walk in the building. Let everybody know where they can go. Walk out the building. By next Tuesday, your phone gonna ring. you're going to make 300 times what you made on that last job. You only have to work one day out the whole year. Full benefits. You'll never struggle. You'll never worry. Thus saith the Lord. Girl, you ain't gonna hear. God just told. That ain't how God works. This is what God do. You're season up. So you're not gonna tell me what's gonna happen? God told Moses, go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. God never told Moses, and when y'all get let go, you're gonna see a Red Sea. God suggested to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, be faithful. He never told them as a result of being faithful, you're gonna go into a fiery furnace. Why does God only tell me part of what I need to know? Because your faith couldn't handle the details if he gave it to you. Michael. No, you want answers, right? So what if God said, no, your season at that job is up, but stuff's gonna get cut off all May. You're gonna get repossessed in June. You're gonna feel like you're losing your mind in July. But I just need you to realize by next September, everything you lost, you're gonna get back double. You wouldn't even shout for the double. Your response would be, but why I gotta lose? Which is why I believe God put Adam to sleep before he made Eve. Because had he asked Adam what he wanted, he wouldn't even been able to describe it. Because most of the people in this room, including myself, know we want God to do something. We're not sure exactly what we want him to. Put this in your notes. And the reality of our faith is that we know who God is. We don't know what he gonna do. I know God is a healer. I don't know how he gonna heal. Ooh. Pastor Mike, my heart is broken. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I just need God to heal my heart. So then God removes everybody. So then you go back and pray and say, God, I told you to heal my heart, but now I ain't got nobody. Because they were the ones chipping at your heart. God, I just need overflow in the name of Jesus. So you think God gonna send you 1,000,000. But then sometimes God just allows certain stuff to go missing so you can actually see what you actually have. This is why the text says, I know you ain't gonna shout, but I tell you anyway, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. And you so busy waiting on God to give you the answer that you don't realize your quest of waiting for the answer has now made you the problem. I don't think you heard what I just said. Pastor Mike, I need confirmation. No, you don't. What did God tell you to do? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Not because I'm big and bad, not because I got a savings account. I will fear no evil because thou art with me. So all I really need to know is if you come in. If God is going to be with me, why should I fear what's in front of me? Oh, y'all don't hear me in here. Hear me when I say this. This is good. He says, I want you to be faithful. I hope you can receive this because you are the proof. Put this in your notes. Proof equals evidence. Oh my God, I'm trying not to run. Proof equals evidence. And you got to be careful how you treat evidence. Okay, everybody ain't gonna get this. I used to work the night shift, 11 at night to 7 in the morning at the 4 Points by Sheraton. It's called the Claremont now by the airport. I was the night auditor, 11 at night, 7 in the morning, sleep during the day. I always woke up doing Law and Order, because when Law and Order came on, that let me know it was around 9, 10 o'clock. Let me go and get myself together. See, but I like Law and Order because Law and Order always starts out with a problem. All right, soon as it comes on, it would have the music, the Law and Order music. It would say, gee, boy, you done got smart, didn't you? Stop it. See, that was the music right there. Whenever you heard that music, you knew something was finna go down. Then the noise would come on, today on Law and Order, these are the particular cases of law, doom, doom. Then it would always start with a problem. They would get to the crime scene. What do we have? It's like a forced entry. Somebody got to tussling and looks like they caught the worst end of it. What do we have? We have a male, 36 years of age, looks like he was beaten and battered pretty big. Do we got any evidence of their murder weapon? Yeah, if you look right there, there's the hammer right there. And then what does he do? He picks it up, right? No, he don't. The first thing he do is puts on gloves, because when evidence is important, you be careful how you handle it. Certain people don't know they were better off walking away from you than putting their hands on you the wrong way. Because whenever you mistreat evidence, You prolong what God is trying to do in your life. He puts on his glove, and what do? He looks at it. He examines it. He's careful on how he deals with it. Then he places it in a container. Don't run, Mike. He places it Michael. He places it in a container. Then he zips it up. You want to know what 2024 was for me? 2024 almost drove me crazy because God was doing everything I prayed for, but he had me in a bag. The bag, Michael, that you put the evidence in represents consecration. This is so valuable. I got to keep it isolated because I don't want it to become contaminated. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? That's why you got to stop begging people to be around you. That's why when God removes stuff, you can't go chase stuff. Because what if God got you in a type of consecration? Because he sees what you're about to become in the future. And he said, I can't let nobody contaminate your spirit. That's why I like Psalms 34 and 8, because in Psalms chapter 34 verse 8, the sweet hymnist from Israel titillates us with tough theology. David says in Psalms 34 verse 8, taste and see that the Lord is good. Why is that important, PMJ? Please put this in your notes. Because the psalmist doesn't just tell us God is good. The scripture don't say, hey y'all, the Lord is good. He says, nah, taste and see that the Lord is good. He don't tell you, hey, God's so incredible, he's going to blow your mind. He said, I want you to do me a favor. Stop what you're doing. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Why is that important, PMJ? He wants you to understand, I'm not just going to tell you he's good. I need you to experience it for yourself. This might be worth writing. Some things can't be explained. They must be encountered. They must be experienced. When he says taste, put this in your notes, it means a personal encounter. That means tasting is intentional. I need y'all to pray for your pastor. I'm a big back. I'm a recovering big back. I'm trying to do better, but I like food. Who got my back? Anybody? I try. Hear me, I try. I make healthy stuff bad. I go get a salad, but by the time I put the chicken on it and all the other stuff and the bacon bits and 3 eggs, it's a whole protein salad. Now, I can't help it. I just like food. Don't judge me. God gonna deal with me, okay? But here's the problem I got. I have a friend who's a chef. My friend said, Mike, I got a new dish I'm working on. I need you to try it for me. Taste it for me. Let me know what you think. I get over there and I'm just smashed. Oh, this is so good. He said, hey, I told you to taste it. I said, I am. He said, you eating it. Taste it. That's your problem. I done spent all this time putting this fine delicacy together and you devouring it so quick. You missing the flavor. This is why you cannot rush the process that God has in you. Because if you move too quick, you miss the details. I don't think you heard what I just said right there. It is a personal experience. Hear me? And what if the breakthrough isn't in you knowing more, but in you experiencing more from God? What if the breakthrough you're waiting on isn't about you knowing more about God? It's about you experiencing more of God. Who watched your mama cook? Throw your hand up. Who watched the auntie cook? Big mama cook. Who done watched them cook so many times, you know exactly what they're gonna do, but still can't cook yourself? All my fellas, give me a what? Who gonna watch the Super Bowl today? Throw your hands up, okay? We got members on the Eagles, so the whole church gotta go for the Eagles, okay? So we want the Eagles to win, okay? So hear me when I say this. This crazy. When we get home today, we're gonna be at home like, oh my God, all he gotta do is slip the defense and we're gonna be like, all Saquon gotta do and get, I would've seen, look at the freezer TV. That's a cutback right there. He said, come here, all he had, because it's easy from the sidelines. The problem I got with the new school church is that everybody think they know what to do because they seen somebody else fail at it. What God is saying in this season is if you're going to go to another level, it's time for you not to just know about me. It's time for you to experience me. See, I was raised in an old school church who would say, God bless the child who had his own. They would tell me you can't get into heaven off your daddy relationship with God. I heard testimony service growing up. That's why I got to put it back in church. We got incredible worship. We got incredible lights, but we got to bring stuff back like testimony service. Testimony service, they would tell you what God did for them. The only issue I got is that too many Christians are living on secondhand faith. Don't tell me what he did for them. What has he done for you? But it's hard for you to have a testimony because you always running from your test. You don't want to go through nothing. And the problem with the 21st century is, church, is that we've conditioned everybody for celebration, not suffering. Everybody want to live. Don't nobody want to die. Everybody want to win. Don't nobody want to lose. Everybody want to be happy. God ain't concerned with your happiness. In order to be happy, something must be happening. That means if nothing's happening, you cannot be happy, which is why happiness and joy ain't the same. Joy ain't contingent on if something's going on. Joy is when I'm up and when I'm down. This is why they said in 1 Peter that he will give you joy unspeakable. It's because God will put you through something. Carry you through something and be so good in it that you will experience him for yourself and not be able to explain it. I don't know who I'm talking to in here. And you want to shout, but you're bro. They don't want people in their business. They trying to be dignified. But some of us in here right now got 2 or 3 situations in our past where we still don't have a clue how God got us through that season of our life. I need you to reach over that neighbor because you sat next to an undercover hater and tell him, I'm still trying to figure out how I paid for college. I'm still trying to figure out how I closed on this house. I'm still trying to figure out how I made it through that health scare. It was nothing. I'm gonna preach to this side because I think they sleep over there. But when you just look down your row and shout, he's giving you a miracle that will be unspeakable. He's opening a door that you won't have the words for. He's showing you something in the present that's gonna flip your future. And when they ask you how you did it, that's why you gotta check your circle. Because some of them gonna be like, no, you can tell me, you just don't want me to come up like you came up. No, I want you to come up. But every now and then, I don't even know how I did it. Then you're gonna have one friend gonna be like, he did it for me too. That's why when you come to church, don't sit in here and be quiet, sedity, and bougie. You don't know who need to see somebody praising God because they on the other side of it. I don't know who I'm preaching to, but I just need one of y'all to bust a 360 and shout, if you need to see what peace look like, if you need to see what favor look like, if you want to see a blended family blessed, if you want to see somebody walk in overflow, touch 5 people like Mystical and tell them, here I go. I'm gonna push that thing. Yeah. I, Michael, am the proof. That's why you walk different. That's why stuff don't bother you the way it bothers other people. I've seen God, Michael, do too much in my life to be panicking and stressing about this. He said, oh, taste, that's a personal encounter. Then here's what messed me up, and see. See is a shift in your perspective. He says, I want you to taste and see. Okay, pray for me. I think I have an addiction that I need God to deliver me from. I mess around and saw people do mukbangs on YouTube and TikTok. Now I'm addicted to them. They be eating the sauce be all over here. They be smacking loud like their camera loud. But for some reason, I just be sitting there watching it like, that looks so good. I said it tastes good. My problem is it don't look good. He says, once you progress past tasting, I need you to see. Put this in your notes. See is perspective. Oh my God. Which means we can be looking at the same thing, but don't see the same thing. Which means faith, you might want to write this, it's the lens. I'm going to say it better. Faith is the lens that reveals God's hand in your life. I'm going to explain it. Faith is the lens that reveals God's hand in your life. Some of us are miserable because we see it wrong. Have you ever took your child to see a 3D movie? And you were so ready to go, you just got their glasses, got them some popcorn, and went in there and sat down. And out of nowhere, you start having a headache. And you looking at the screen like something that didn't hit you. It's a 3D movie. You got to go get what? The right lens. Glasses ain't glasses. It's the lens. The glasses ain't special. Let me see, the glasses or the frames is your style. It's the lens that matter. You can have a Gucci frame, but if the lens ain't right, you still gonna be blind. Some of y'all are fashionably blind. Michael, it's the lens. Faith is the lens that lets you see. Are y'all listening to me? The hand of God. What does that mean, PMJ? If you put on the lens of faith, you see God. If you put on the lens of foolishness, you see the problem. Which is why when you go through something, be careful who you call, because your circle determines your lens. Okay, I'm gonna see if you catch this. When you found out you needed glasses, back in the day, they sent you to the best company in the world. I'm gonna see if you know. It was called Lens. It was called Lens. Come on, class. It was called Lens. What does crafting mean? Molders. They sent you to a place that got your prescription and molded it to what it needed to be for you. Which means when a problem happens in your life, your circle becomes a crafter. They determine how you see it. So when you pick up the phone, I'm so ready to leave this job, I can't take it. Boss nasty, I can't stand the people up here. Then if they just tell you, I don't blame you. If I was you, I'll go up there and tell all of them what. They gave you the wrong lens. They should have said, well, maybe that's just God's way of telling you this ain't permanent. So I tell you what, go there and be faithful, but just believe something coming with you. I'm in the wrong church. It's the lens. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? What do you see? Do you got the right prescription? My glasses won't work for you. If I was to go in the back and get my glasses, ain't no medicine in them. Who thought I wore glasses? Throw your hands up. No, they're fake. It makes me look smart. Whenever I want to look a little bit more settled, I put the glasses on. Have you ever thought about it? I wear them out here. Then when it's time to read, my stupid butt take them off. Come on, let's give God praise. John chapter 5. Ain't no medicine in them. I was hanging with somebody the other day. They was like, hey, ain't nothing in these glasses. I said, no, they fashioned for me. I put on his. He needed them. Some of you are going to miss God because you're trying to wear something because it makes you look a certain way and don't realize it's not benefiting you the way it needs to benefit. Y'all don't like me today. And I'm here to tell you, God's getting ready to give you proof. This is the introduction to the series, Proof. What's the first P? Put this in your notes. P, proof. God provides. God's provision. His provision. Put that in your notes. He is Jehovah Jireh, which means he is the God that provides. Look at Genesis 22:14. So Abraham called to the place, the Lord will provide. He called that place, the Lord will provide. You know the story. He needs a ram in the bush. He's getting ready to kill his son. When he raised the knife, the Lord provided a ram caught not just in a bush. The scripture says in the thicket. That is a thorny bush that is very painful. God calls a ram to get stuck in something that hurt him, but it would bless Abraham. Did you hear what I just said? So he called it Jehovah Jireh. Let me ask you a question. How many times has God came through for you in the last moment? I want you to say this with me if you receive it. Say, if God is Jehovah Jireh then, he's Jehovah Jireh now. I don't think you understand what you just said. So what do we realize? Proof. The P, each one of these letters is going to mean something that you can apply to your life. When something is going on and you need God to come through, God, I got proof. I know you to be a provider. Go back to the P and throw that on the screen so they can see it. It's a $2 word called provision. Provision. That's a spiritual word. We say words in church, but we don't explain them. Pro means before, vision. So in other words, God says, I had the ram caught in the thicket before he got there. You just didn't see it till you needed it. Have you ever had somebody come through for you and y'all ended up being tight and they was in your life the whole time, but they weren't who you thought would be in your life? And you were so busy looking at them thinking they was your ride or die, then you found out that the ram was already here. Your perspective was in the wrong place. Which is why we spend too much time talking about who left and not enough time celebrating. God proved to be a provider. R, watch this, rescue. God will pull you out. Oh, that's ridiculous right there. God, so then Moses raised his hand over the Red Sea and the Lord opened the path through the water with a strong east wind. The wind blew all that night, turning the seabed into dry land. God tells Moses, leave Egypt. He don't tell him the problem he gonna face. So what do we realize? They got water in front of them, stuff behind them, and what happens? He says, I'm I'm going to rescue you. I'm not going to send somebody to do it. I'm going to do it. That's critical. God proved, put this in your notes, to be a deliverer. What is the application to that right there? God will make an impossible way of escape for you. Here's the declaration I need you to declare over your life. If God parted the Red Sea for Israel, he will part the Red Sea for me. You didn't get excited about that. You didn't get excited about that. Why, Pastor Mike? You didn't get excited about that. You didn't get excited about that because you think he can't part a Red Sea because you're not looking at one. Okay, so whenever you see the Bible, you see a principle that you can take and make applicable to your life. Okay, so it doesn't mean God's gonna give you a Red Sea. What was the Red Sea? A body of what? Blocking them from going where? To the next level. Who was behind them? Enemy. They needed promotion, but it was a body in front of them. So the way the Lord parts Red Seas is that there can be 25 people, everybody saying it's their turn. And then God will make a way for you to move to the front. Did you hear that? He parts Red Seas. That's why I don't care. Don't let nobody convince you not to do something. Well, you probably should, but they already know who they're going to know. They don't know. They may know who they think they want. They don't know what God got planned for me. It's 7 of y'all who God done parted Red Seas for in here. Who when you look back over your life, you should even be in the position you in, but God parted. I release that anointing over your life right now. That you're not standing in line. God's getting ready to part the Red Sea in every area of life. Doors are opening for you. You may have been in the background the last 7 years, but God's getting ready to part that sea so you can step out and be appreciated and seen in the light you need to be in. No weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. No plan, no scheme. I don't know, care who they pick. When it's your time, it's your time. God is a God that will part sea. P, God provides provision. R, he rescues. O, overcoming. What does that mean, Pastor Mike? He's the God who gives victory. Ooh, y'all don't know when to get excited. Look at what David told Goliath. You come against me with a sword, spear, and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord. You caught it. Only 3 of us caught that. I'm gonna see if you can count. You come against me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin. I'm out here on the name of the Lord. Which means this is proof that when people try to plot, scheme, and come up with stuff, if you just stand on his name, what good would it be for God to bring you out and you lose? You want to know what I've learned to do more in my 40s? Pray complete prayers. I say stuff like, Lord, cover my boys, keep them healthy, keep them holy, God. Let them come out of this season blessed and walk into the next season. See, I always try to, because you can't exit without entering. See, that sign says exit, but it's false. It's false humility. It's false advertisement. Because when you exit the sanctuary, you have just entered the hall. Then once you exit the hall, you enter the lobby. Once you exit the lobby, you enter outside. Once you exit outside, you enter your car. Once you exit your car, you enter back into outside. Once you exit outside, you enter your house. Because it's impossible to leave something without going to something. And too many of us pray for God to let us leave when we need to say, God, cover my leaving and bless my... So look at me. God made an impossible way of escape. What's the illustration? David and Goliath. David didn't just face a giant. He faced a battle that was bigger than him. But the thing you know is, God gave him proof. This is real cold. That victory belongs to the faithful. Hear me. I didn't say to the best. I said to the faithful. When God told me to stop putting emphasis on offerings about 12 years ago, everything in our life went down. Everything. We having to pay musicians, they probably didn't even know this, on credit cards. I'm paying church bills on my credit cards. We putting credit cards, pay it off. The Lord said, Mike, I never forget it. He said, if it's my will, it's my bill. And to this day, I wish I would have had a camera on me, because I've never had what I would consider this normal conversation with God. And I know it I was like, well, God, I got stuff. And I just heard a still voice say, hey, I'm gonna keep you. My people done been through enough. So 12 years ago, I just stopped talking about, hey, if you're gonna give, that's between you and God. Everybody told me I was crazy, which is probably why we probably couldn't move at the pace we was moving. But somewhere in this crazy brain of mine, I wanted your heart more than I wanted your pocket. So there was opportunities that would come. I ain't have no money, but I had people who in my heart were being transformed. So you know what I discovered? I had to remain faithful. When opportunities passed me by, I gotta remain faithful. I gotta remain faithful. And I never would have thought God would do all this. And I came to tell you, hear me when I say this, hear me. Victory is reserved to the faithful. They may never tell you thank you, stay faithful. They may never say they appreciate you, stay faithful. That's critical, that's critical, it's critical. He overcomes. Number 2, O, PR, P, provision, R, he rescues, O, he overcomes. The second O, his outpouring. That's rich. I love when I see my young people putting stuff in their phone. Outpouring. Why is that important, y'all? I need y'all to catch this. He's the God who pours out of his spirit. If you look at Acts 2:2, it says this. It says, and he came like a mighty rushing wind. That's so important. Why is that important, Pastor Mike? That's so important that his presence in heaven filled the house where they were sitting. That's so important. Why? That's considered the day of Pentecost, where God showed up and filled that room. What am I trying to show you? Put this in your notes. His proof is his presence. It's his presence. I'm so grateful God keeps us in a place where his presence shows up. 2 Sundays ago, when I heard the Holy Spirit say, go to overflow, it scared me because I wasn't sure if y'all would even hear or see me in the sanctuary. But I just did what he told me to do. I was willing to let 1,200 people be mad for 300 people in a basement because the Holy Spirit said, my presence. I had no idea y'all could hear or see me till they put it on the screen behind me. Then it scared me because I wasn't even in here and y'all was worshiping. It's because when the presence of God shows up, it is not confined to a program or 4 walls or a room. See, what do I want to happen for you? I don't want you to get a big house if you're gonna be miserable. I'd rather you have a 2-bedroom apartment, but his presence in it. Because when the presence of the Lord fills your room, anxiety gotta flee. Depression gotta flee. Doubt gotta flee. So, his presence, hear me. Last but not least, you can stand with me. I'm finna send you home. His faithfulness. Listen to me. He is the God who finishes what he started. This may not be deep to you, but I'm gonna say it and I pray you can receive it. God is going to finish what he started in your life. I'm gonna say it again. God is going to finish what he started in your life. If God was faithful then, he's faithful now. Father, I pray right now that we realize all the proof we need, we already have. It's his presence. It's his protection. That God, you are doing for him what eyes have not seen and what ears have not heard. God, somebody walked in, waited, young and old. Pressure is pressure. It don't care if you're 16, 26, 56. I speak by faith that today some sort of proof hit their life. That God, you are a provider. God, you rescue and restore. God, I will overcome. God, your outpouring love will fill my heart. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, God, you've been faithful to me. So God, in this moment, we say thank you. I'm proof of what God can do. I'm proof of what God can do. I'm proof of what God can do. I'm proof. what God can. He does miracles, and I'm proof of what God can do. He still does miracles, and I'm proof of what God can do. There's never been a problem God couldn't solve. And if you ask David, he'll tell you giants fall. I met a woman in the hospital, and doctors did all they could do. She's still alive to tell you that he does miracles, and I'm proof of what God can do. He still does miracles, and I'm proof of what God can do. I'm proof